Good morning, everybody. I'm really happy to be here at LeWeb and to see all of you this morning. I know it's a little bit early, so probably we're not that awake. Maybe we can change that with a little physical exercise. It's going to be a small one. I'm just going to ask you to raise your hand with one question. Have you ever lost a plant or killed a plant? Please raise your hand. Thank you very much. That's a lot of you. But don't worry, you're actually in really good company. We've asked over 3,500 people in both the US and Europe the exact same question. And while we expected the number to be high, we were actually surprised that more than 90% have actually lost a plant at any point in time. Now, what can you do to prevent this? Well, obviously, you go to the internet, you look up your plant, given that you can figure out the species, and you find information like that, which tells you exactly what to do. Put your finger into the soil to test the water content every week. Give a lot of fertilizer in springtime. Don't give any fertilizer in wintertime. And a lot more of that information, which is all true and actually really necessary, but can be quite hard to remember. So you start probably creating a calendar for your plant. And even if you do that just for one plant, you end up with a pretty complicated calendar. Maybe not as complicated as this one, and hopefully not as final, but you get the idea. What you really want is a simple assistant that tells you what to do, so you don't have to worry, that just sends you a message whenever it's time to water or actually take care of your plant in any other way. And to give you an idea what Kubachi can do, I'd like to show you a quick video.
So you come home from work, but before you have time to settle down, Furball, your cat, greets you with a loud meow. Okay, Furball wants food. It's obvious. But what about Benny, your beloved ficus? He also needs attention before it's too late. But plants can't talk. Well, until now, thanks to Koubachi. Kubachi is the interactive plant care assistant that gives your plant a voice. With Kubachi, your plants tell you exactly what they need when they need it. How? It's simple. Just go to my.kubachi.com or download the app from the App Store. Add your plant from the large plant library. Calibrate your plant once, and you're done. Kubachi is very smart and considers the species, climate zone, and even the current season. And we'll send you a notification whenever you need to mist, water, or fertilize your plant. But there's more. With a revolutionary Kubachi Wi-Fi plant sensor, you'll be able to monitor the vitality of your plants in real time. The Wi-Fi plant sensor transmits highly accurate data for soil moisture, light intensity, and temperature that helps the Kubachi system calculate with even more precision the best way to keep your plants healthy, blossoming, and happy. So forget about brown-leaved, unhappy plants. And always know exactly what your plants need. With Kubachi, give your plant a voice.
To make this happen, we created a system that consists of three crucial components. The first component are algorithms that can actually analyze the vitality of a plant, where we also have a large database with the care models of all the species in our database. And we run those in the cloud on powerful servers where you can do this analysis in real time. The second component is obviously the user interface, which we think should not be the sensor that you have in your plant, but it should be the device that you carry with you, or the device that you're actually working on, no matter where you are, and no matter where you want to use this information. So you can use Kubachi on the iPhone, on the iPad, or on any other smartphone, laptop. Basically, you just need an internet-connected device to go to our web app. And because we can use adaptive, user-calibrated algorithms on the server, you can already use the system just using the applications and connecting to our servers. But obviously, if you want to get spot-on messages and really accurate analysis of your plant's vitality, you want to add a sensor to that picture, and that's exactly what we did. So we created the Kubachi Wi-Fi plant sensor, which measures the vital parameters of your plant and transmits this data encrypted wirelessly over Wi-Fi to our servers, where we then run the analysis and send you a message whenever something is wrong or your plants need to be taken care. And for us, the goal was we didn't want to create another to-do list. It shouldn't be something that you have to do, but it should be easy and fun. And to show you how easy Kubachi really is, I'd like to give you a quick demo. So you start with your empty garden. You want to add your plant, and for a lot of people, it's actually a problem to figure out what kind of plant it actually is, to figure out the species of the plant. We have a large database. We currently have over 600 plants in our database, and those are the most popular plants, so chances are really high that your plant is in here. You can browse this list by scientific name, by common name. You can just compare pictures. But if you have no idea, you obviously struggle to find it. You can try the search function, but you can also use the filter. So you just compare the characteristics of your plant with what kind it is. Is it more like a tree, or is it more a rambling plant? In my case, I do have a rambling plant. Let's say the blade is linear, and I look at the plant just comparing these features, and the node is actually stalked, and voila, I have my trailing fig. And Kubachi already contains a lot of information, so you don't have to have any books no more. It's just all the information you ever wanted to know about plants is in here. You also get detailed information about the origin. And if this really is your plant, you can add it. You can personalize the plant. You can give it a nickname. You can enter the location. And you can tell the system where the plant is, inside, outside, on the balcony, or wherever. And to really match the look and feel of your plant, you can also set the pot color and the pot shape. So I have a green one, let's say like this. And that's it, I'm done. I now have my plant set up for the system. I have this red icon here. This is for just a quick reminder that I need to calibrate it if I don't have a sensor, that I need to manually calibrate it, but I only have to do this once. Now, I can see here my plants. I have an overview of my plants. I can see that the Coluche obviously needs water. I can go to the care view, and Kubachi doesn't only tell me that I need to give water, but it also tells me quite accurately in which way I need to give water. So for this orchid, for example, it's pretty demanding. It needs to be put in a sink. And we do the same for fertilizer. We don't just send you a message that you need to give fertilizer. We tell you exactly which kind of fertilizer you should use. And obviously, you want to do that with the sensor as well. So if you have the sensor, we actually measure the soil moisture, the light intensity, and the ambient temperature. So you don't just get messages, but you can also go to the journal and see how your plant was doing. Fantomas, for example, if you look at his history, used up all the water up until the point where it needed water, and 3 days ago, someone gave water, so the water level goes up and goes down again. And we can see the same for the temperature. Temperature was about 20-something degrees, and then suddenly it dropped. Obviously, someone has put this plant outside, and the aggregated value is then analyzed and compared, and you can see you don't even have to know whether 12 degrees centigrade is the right value or not. Kubachi just tells you, put Fantomas to a warmer place. And we can do that because we developed really accurate scientific models together with the plant physiologists that we've been working. And if, for example, we look at this graph of water usage, we know whether the plant is in its comfort zone, or whether you need to take action, or whether we already are in an area that is dangerous, for example, because you overwater the plant and you run the risk of root rot. And that's it for the demo. Now, I think that to have an application be part of this Internet of Things, to make it smart, to make it an object smart, a wireless connection is a defining feature. Now, obviously, Zigbee, Bluetooth LE, all these technologies are really accurate and fitting for this kind of application, but they do have a problem when it comes to usage, because you already need another gateway, you need to install another bridge, you need to sell another technology to the consumer, and that's why we chose Wi-Fi, because Wi-Fi is the one wireless standard that prevailed and that is available everywhere, and that's why we chose Wi-Fi. Obviously, you have a problem with power consumption, and we've been working very hard on this problem, and I'm proud to say that we cracked it. We can run ultra-low power Wi-Fi on this thing. The sensor runs on a set of 2 standard, actually cheap AA batteries for more than 1 year. Kubachi is available in Europe and online retail mostly, and since November 14th, it's also available in the Apple Store. And being here in Paris, I'm very proud to announce that the application is also available in French now. Now, for us, the Internet of Things is not just about connecting things and optimizing our lives. It's about empowering people to do great things. And with our first application, we created something that will help you take care, but we don't just do it for you, but we give you the information and we give you the knowledge that you didn't have before, which makes people more receptive. People start working with plants, and they actually know much more about plants than they did before. And with this vision and this spirit in mind, we would like to work on next products, and using this to shamelessly plug our venture. We are looking for fundraising in the next few months, so if you are an investor, I'm more than happy to talk to you. Thank you very much.
That's so cool, Philipp. I know nothing about gardening, but that made me feel like starting.
You will learn a lot about plants, Louis.
How much are you trying to raise?
We're talking about a few millions.
And what valuation?
We'll talk about that in private, I'd say. You would certainly be interested.
I might. It's really cool. I really liked it. And also the design is beautiful. Where are you guys based, the team?
The team is currently based in Zurich, in Switzerland. And yes, we think it should be a nice design. It should be something that you just want to look at.
What's the price of one?
There's 2 versions right now. There's the indoor version, which sells for $99. Perfect gift price, actually, for the holiday season now. So if you're looking for a gift, go to Kubachi.com and you will set.
But wait, if I have a garden and I have lots of plants, I need to, that's a lot of devices.
Well, you can always use Kubachi for free, right? So you don't need to have a sensor to get this accurate information. If you have a sensor, you just get this real-time analysis, and you can always be sure that you're doing a good job.
And make sure the plant is getting
and you can also use it in multi-plant mode, so you can use one sensor for multiple plants, which works perfect, actually.
This is great. Do you have a mini one for the bonsai?
No, we don't yet. We don't yet. But see, there's a lot of potential that we should be working on.
Great, Philipp. I think it's
very
really
much,
the
Louis.
core of the theme here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Visionary, I think. Really, really cool.